Well, good afternoon, everyone. Hi, how was everyone doing? Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Here we are on a Sunday afternoon. I'm going to wait just a few minutes while people just hook on, log on, jump on. It is a Sunday evening. I know maybe many of you are preparing for a Mother's Day dinner of sorts. And I'll begin in just a moment. So, we will begin by saying Happy Mother's Day. Hope everyone is having a lovely day today. All the moms out there and mothers to be and grandmothers and let me see here. Oh, fur mamas. So if there's some fur mamas out there, I want to wish them a happy Mother's Day as well. So I see that we have a couple of people already on today, so that is excellent. I will already begin. So hello everyone. It is a Sunday afternoon and it is Mother's Day. And I want to wish everyone a very happy and blessed Mother's Day. As you can see behind me, I've got a little bit of a diffuser going on in the back. It's kind of like a little party because the lights change on it. And that was one of my lovely gifts that I received for Mother's Day today from my husband and my son. So they know how much it means to me to have that diffuser going. It really helps me, really helps to calm me down. So, welcome to hashtag reset button. And, every Sunday we come together and we talk about, the new normal, which is not really the new normal, right? Because we're about to go into the new normal. So that where we begin to unpause a little bit and we start to go back to what we were doing before. But everything is not the same. It just is not the same. But that's okay because we've had this chance to, for those of us that have been home, I've been home. If this is your first time tuning in and you don't know anything about me or what I've been up to during COVID, I've been home, but I have been working. So I've been working from home. My son is home. He's not working. My husband is working. So, we're kind of a mixed batch here at home. But for those of you that are at home and you're waiting patiently to get back to work, my thoughts are with you, and I know you will get back to work. And hopefully you've gotten your unemployment. And if you haven't, be patient. Please, please, please be patient. I know my son is one of those where he can't seem to get through. I've had several friends and family members also that have had a hard time getting through, but they have gotten through. So you just have to have faith and it will happen for you. So today, here we are on Mother's Day. And I'm going to begin by also sharing with you a picture. So this lovely lady right here. This is my mother. And that is when she was in her 20s. She's so pretty, isn't she? And there she is in her classroom. It's my mother. My mother is celebrating Mother's Day in heaven. So she's looking down. And for those of you who have loved ones up in heaven, and you feel them close to you today, go ahead and share. Go ahead and say, like I felt my mom, I'm getting the chills just talking about it. I felt my mom around me today. And it's a good thing that I felt my mom around me because I'm feeling a little out of sorts because of everything that's going on. So I'm glad mom's there for you, and I'm glad that she is supporting you. I felt it today. I felt it when I was going through some pictures. I was actually looking for a particular picture of myself and my girlfriend. I'm working on my podcast. You can see I'm editing right behind me, working on that podcast. And as I was looking for pictures, I came across this picture, which I actually posted earlier today. I shared the picture of my mom in a hat, and I'm right next to her. And I distinctly remembered that it like that picture stopped me in my tracks, dead in my tracks, because I remembered exactly how I felt at that moment. It was like a jolt. It was like, whew, it came right at me. And and I just started to smile, and I actually started to giggle. And I said to myself, man, I must be feeling mom around me, because I distinctly remember that day. That day, if you go back and look at my Facebook page, go ahead, feel free. that day we were out shopping every Saturday, and anybody who wants to share, listen, this is all about sharing and you and me having this conversation. Just you and me, just chewing the fat, having a conversation. If you have some fond memories of your mother, please share. If you want to share a picture of your mom, you have like an old picture of your mom, like when she was younger, go ahead and share that too. We're all about just being there together for each other. So in this picture, my mom and I were shopping, and we were just being silly, and we were just trying some hats on. She tried a hat on, and I said, let's take a selfie. Let's be funny and take a selfie. And we did it. And every Saturday, or nearly every Saturday, we would go shopping together, and we would go for a cup of coffee, grab a bagel, and do a little shopping, whether it's grocery shopping, clothes shopping, whatever it is we needed, maybe something for the garden, maybe it was just something for the house, whatever it is, if we were out and about, maybe we'd go to a nursery, anything, and we would just have the best of times together. It was just, for the longest time, it was just the two of us when we'd go out shopping, and then Thomas, my son, came around, so my lovely, lovely, handsome son. And then Tom would come with us too, and we'd carry on that tradition of going out every Saturday and having that cup of coffee and doing a little shopping together. But it really wasn't about the shopping. It really wasn't. It was about connecting. It was about just hugging each other, just loving each other up, just having a ball, talking about life. Talking about trials, tribulations. As as a young mother, I was asking and looking to my mother for support, and we all do that, right? Especially if you're a new parent, even if you're an old parent, you look to your parent for support. And man, I mean, our parents are amazing, right? And our parents were amazing people. What an example they are for us, right? And I'm going to use that as a present, because our parents continue to be examples for us, and they continue to give us strength as we go through this kind of tricky time. So most of us, if this is your first time joining, every Sunday I jump on and we talk a little bit about, I call a hashtag reset button. We talk about the new normal. We talk about what we're going through. This pandemic has really kind of put us in a different place. We're trying to maneuver our way through, up, down, and around what we need to get done, what we're trying to get done. Be patient until we can do what we need to do again. There's so many things. So this is our time to talk about some of the things that we're using to help lift us up and put us in a better place. So again, if there's anybody out there that wants to share a story about their mother, or a picture, or maybe you just went through something this week when it comes to dealing with the pandemic, and you just want to share something good, bad, and different. You're just trying to get over that hurdle, or just maneuver and push your way through to that next step in your week. Because here we are. Geez, I don't even know how many weeks. How many weeks have we been in? Anybody want to give me a shout out? It seems like forever. It has not been forever, but it seems like forever. Which brings me back down to this being Mother's Day. And I'm sure for a lot of you, for those of you, if you have your mother here, or if you are a grandmother, or you're serving as a surrogate mother, if you're a stepmother, whatever kind of mother capacity that you're serving in, I'm sure this year is a whole lot different than all the years past, is it not? It's so different because we are not doing what we normally do. We're not running out to the restaurants. We are not running, we're not going places. We're not doing things. We are staying home. So here we go. We are going back to the basics. And that's one of the reasons why I do call this hashtag reset button, is because we are hitting the reset button. We are going back to the way that we used to do things. And the way that we used to celebrate with our families, and how we come together. Have you noticed we've been coming together a whole lot more? Well, maybe some of you have not. Maybe you've come together in a different way. So maybe you're using Zoom, or FaceTime, or Be Live, or whatever it is that you use, your social media live platform of choice. Or technical connection. Maybe it's just FaceTime. Whatever it is, you're finding different ways. A lot of people are, they're having dinner together, but they're doing it in a different way. You'll set up, and it seems kind of odd, but it's endearing all at the same time. When you see, you have an iPad or your laptop is set up on your dining room table, and everybody from your family has a square, and you're all having dinner together, but you're not. But that's okay, because you are having dinner, spirit, like together. The spirit of being together is there. So as we move through, as we start to approach another week, here we are. Whoo! How you guys managed? Is everybody doing okay? If you've been doing okay, give me a thumbs up. Give me some love. Let me know that you're out there. That's one of the things I always ask folks, is that you give me a thumbs up and let me know that everything is good out there. Give me a wave, let me know. And how are you doing? Are you being able to manage? Are you maneuvering through things? What was the home topic, or the home chore maybe that you tackled this week that you never thought you were going to be able to get to? Maybe there was a project that you were able to finally finish. Hey, go ahead and share it with us right now. I think as we continue to go through what we're going through, I've had so many conversations with so many different people. And I think one of the last conversations that I had, which is with a good friend she's actually going to be part of my podcast that will be coming out later this week. It's To Make a Long Story Short. It'll be right here on Facebook and on YouTube as well. And one of the things we talked about is, in the beginning of the pandemic, in the beginning of COVID, I think a lot of us were in disbelief. What's happening? We're in shock. What's going on? What do you mean I'm not going to work? What do you mean I'm not getting a paycheck? What do you mean I can't go to the store without a mask and gloves? I don't understand. What do you mean I can't go to the mall? I can't do this. I can't do that. What do you mean I can't go over and talk to my friend? What do you mean I have to stay 6 feet away from somebody? Well, this is the new normal, right? And it's hard for us. And it was hard for us in the beginning, right? Because we're trying to digest it. We're trying to figure it out. What is everybody talking about? What? And so it took us a little bit of time to digest. And I don't know about you, but I was still working, but it's still different at home. It's still different how we're managing, how we're maneuvering, how we're going through things. I'll tell you one thing for sure: we're spending a lot less money, which is excellent. And saving more. Excellent. So as we progress, though, and you get past that initial shock, and you try to figure out how you can get your way around certain things, so that you go grocery shopping, you do this, you do that. How do you spend your time now that you're at home and you're waiting for the call back? What do you do? So we're a little past that now. So now I think we are. Yes, I think we're a little impatient, because we're like, when is this going to be over? I want to get back to work. I want to do things. Understandable, because now we're starting to get impatient. But now we're taking some of that energy. I don't know about you. I've been doing it. I know some friends have been doing it too. We've been turning our energy around and doing maybe something that we didn't do, or we were anticipating doing before, tackling a project, doing something. Now you've got your energy up. Now you've kind of picked yourself up by your bootstraps, right? By your big girl or big boy pants. And you've decided that you're gonna tackle something. Maybe you own a business. If you own a business, first of all, I'm praying for everybody who owns a business. I own a business too. So if you didn't know, blessings by nature. And right now I'm a little, I'm a little on pause too. I'm a little, but not completely, because I do my elderberry syrup, and everybody wants elderberry syrup, which, by the way, I have a plethora of. So if anybody wants any, reach out to me, and I will fulfill your order. Got a wonderful new system, so to get those orders out to you ASAP. So please let me know if you're interested. So for all my business owners, my fellow business owners that are out there, who are maybe solo entrepreneurs and they're working out of their home. I've noticed the same type of, and we've all had this kind of conversation. If you are one of those ladies or gentlemen that I've done many shows with, feel free to chime in here at any point. You know, in the beginning, I was like, you know what, I don't, I'm just hanging out here for a minute until I can figure out what am I going to do? Do I have to redo my thought process here? Do I have to redo what I'm selling? Excuse me, it was just like a little state of confusion maybe there for a little bit. And once I kind of came back down to earth and took a deep breath, I kind of looked at things. I thought, you know what, I'm just going to push forward. And as I pushed forward, you know, the business started like amping up again in a different way. And I'm sure some of my fellow business owners have done things like, maybe you are, and I know somebody on here that's probably going to know that I'm talking about them. Maybe you're a jewelry designer and you have been working on some of your creations. You finally have time to dig into some of those thoughts that have been popping up in your head and create some of those things that you've been wanting to create. You know, make that beautiful necklace, make those amazing earrings. You've had that picture, that color, that setting in your mind, and you finally have the time where you can take a deep breath and you can actually create it. And now a lot of us that are on that creative side we're stocking up. We are busting the door open with that creativity. We're letting it flow, and now we're starting to stack up on all of our items. And we're hoping and we're praying that a lot of you out there that are customers, that were our customers, are going to come back or going to reach out. It's a scary time. And it's not just a scary time because it's a time when we are concerned about our health and our loved ones. It's a scary time because we don't know what our future holds, right? And I'm going to bring my mother's picture back up here again. So, you know, it is Mother's Day, and for those of you that just joined in, here's a picture of my mom. There's my mom many, 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 many years ago. And that was when she first started teaching. That was her first teaching job. Isn't she so pretty? Isn't she so lovely? And, you know, I'm sure back in that time, I'm sure she was kind of like didn't know what the future was going to hold for her either. And I know that there were some troubling times, whether it was the economy or maybe some outbreaks of some certain health issues. Maybe it was, you know, not just economics, but maybe politics, things that were going on internationally, how it was going to affect the United States. You know, it was a scary time during the any of the wars, any of the conflicts. There was, you know, there's always that feeling of uneasiness and where are we going and where will we be? Where will we land? And this is not meant to be, you know, like a downer of a conversation. I'm just saying these are things that we are throwing out there. These are things that are probably going through our minds right now. And I'm letting you know that you're not alone. You're not alone when you're thinking about those things, and it not alone now or over the span of hundreds of years. You know, people have been going through trials and tribulations for decades, for hundreds of years, for centuries. And they've come back. They've been able to pull themselves up successfully, just stake themselves in the ground, pull themselves up, stake themselves down and say, I'm here and I'm going to take it on and I'm moving forward. Because why? Because you love your family. You love, whether you're married, you love your wife, you love your spouse, you love your significant other, you love your children, you love your pets, you love your neighbors, you love what you do. There's a lot of love that goes on here, and I think that fuels our passion to be able to push forward and to come out on top. I'm almost positive of it. Now, again, for those of you, because there's a bunch of you that just jumped on, and I want to say hello to everyone. And for all the moms out there, I want to wish you a happy Mother's Day. Hope you're having a lovely day, and I want to thank you for tuning in today. This is Sunday, our Sunday chat. My name is Paula D'Amico. You have to know that my name is Paula D'Amico, right? Because it says it on the top there, and you probably saw it live, and you went, click, Paula's live. Every Sunday we come together. and we talk. I call it the hashtag reset button because we are in that mode. We're in that, the new normal, but not, we're on the edge of the new normal. Things are going to be evolving and changing again. If you're not a person that likes change, which is like most of us, we don't like change, right? But we learn how we can adapt. That's what we talk about. And I come to you live every Sunday. I am au naturel. So there is a little bit of product in the hair today, but there is no makeup going on here whatsoever. I only got one little necklace on. I usually have a bunch. I'm down to the bare bones rings, so I'm usually kind of all dolled up. So every Sunday when I come to you, I come here very natural and organic, and I mean that I speak from my heart as well, very organic and very grounded. I think it's important for us to have a conversation, you and me, because it helps us stay connected, right? It helps us stay connected. It helps us, maybe we're not in the best place. It helps lift your spirit a little bit. Maybe there's something you want to share. Maybe something you just want to throw out there. Just lay down the gauntlet. You're going to throw something down because you got to get it off your chest. Or there's something that you want to share. There's so many amazing stories out there. My girlfriend and I, yesterday, I was interviewing her for my podcast. Again, that'll be coming out later this week. And we were talking about amazing stories. And she said, she had a few amazing stories herself. And she said, Paula, I'm sure there's a few that you know of. And there are, because I have to tell you, every time I walk out the door, I think there's an amazing story. And it's not because I walked out the door, and then that in itself is kind of sort of amazing, but it's amazing because when you step outside and you are going out into the new normal, you're in your car and you're a little more aware of what's going on around you, right? Of the people next to you. When you're able to go to the grocery store, you're more cognizant of how you're treating your fellow shoppers. Even when you're parking your car. I mean, if you've noticed, it's kind of like that time that leads up to Christmas, but we're not in Christmas now, and it's been kind of we've had that feeling for a few weeks now, and it's I know for some people this is getting to be a lot. And it's okay, because some days I think we all get to that point where we are stressed out for different reasons. And we have to remember we are not alone. You are not alone. There is always someone that you can reach out to. Absolutely, positively. You can always call for help. There's a phone number for anything that you're going through. There's a phone number out there for it. And if you would like to reach out to me just to say hello, and you're alone and you're feeling secluded and you just need somebody to talk to, then you reach out to me. You say hello. I say hello back. We have a conversation. We figure out when's a good time for us to talk. Maybe we'll do a Zoom call together. It's we're just connecting. And I'm there for you. I'm just letting you know that I'm there for you. So it's Mother's Day, and it's it started out absolutely lovely outside, did it not today? The sun was shining, the birds were chirping, and now we're back in Cloudyville. And that's kind of a bummer. But I hear that it's going to be getting warmer, and the sun will come out again, and we will have brighter days. So brighter days are ahead, and that's the perfect lead into talking about how these are strange times, but we have to look ahead, and we have to look to those brighter days. Now, a little while ago, I shared a story about how this picture popped up of my mother and I, and how we were out shopping. And now we had the best of times. These are things that you can do for yourself. Grab some photos, look through some photos, play a game, watch a funny movie, do something that makes you happy, anything. Play with the dogs or the kitties or the kiddos, or, get your daughter or son to get your grandkids on Zoom so that you can talk to them and have a conversation. Go ahead, have a conversation with a 2-year-old. I dare ya. I bet you're going to be smiling within a couple of minutes after that conversation. You may not understand what they're saying, but who cares? You're having a lovely time, right? And that's what we need to do. It is not, we should not be going through the motions right now of we are buying ourselves some time. We are just trying to get to the end of the week. Because you know what? We do that. We do that when we weren't in the middle of all that. We were wishing our weeks away. Did you ever notice that? When you went to work on Monday, you were like, oof, man, the weekend's over already. Jeez. Oh, man, I wish it was Saturday again. I can't wait till Friday. I can't wait till Saturday. You wish your whole week away. Now you got plenty of time. So, don't wish your time away. Make your time valuable. How can you do it? How can you make time more valuable for yourself? Do you know what you can do for yourself? You can read a book. You can write in a journal. Oh, speaking of which, okay, see that right back there? There's a sorry, wait. Woo, try to see how. Okay, so there's my diffuser. Got that for Mother's Day. Then there's a notepad back there. It's a green notepad. I forgot what it says. It says free your mind. So free your mind. 3 weeks ago, I came to you live from a church parking lot. And we talked about how you should journal, how you can try doing a journal to help put you in a better place. Just writing something down. It doesn't have to be like pages and pages. You can just write like just a little bit of something. So if you write a little bit of something and then look back at it and read it again, it'll lift you up. So after that, I had that conversation with you a few weeks ago. I bought that journal, and I didn't do it intentionally. Actually, I had to stop at the store on the way home. I popped in the store, and that journal was staring in my face. And talk about a red flag. Talk about somebody, like maybe a little message from who knows who or what or whatever. It was meant to be that I got a little sign that said, Paula, maybe you should start writing a journal yourself. Now, I have not written in that journal yet, so shame on me for not doing that. But you know why? Because just the cover right now, just the cover is inspiring me to do all sorts of writing in different aspects in different ways. So, you find what motivates you. I've got a lot of new friends that just jumped on, so I'm just going to say hi to a bunch of peeps. Jamie, it's so awesome to see you. Darlene, I love you and miss you. Kathleen, Debbie, Heidi, Frank, I miss you. It's been a long, long time, my friend. Let's connect. And of course, my sister is on there, and Trudy, and Joanne, and Lynn, and Nora, and my friend Garrett as well. Thank you so much, everybody, for jumping on. I'm so happy to see everyone today on this Mother's Day. And again, happy Mother's Day to everyone. So we're talking about, and every Sunday we come together and we talk about, I call it #reset button. We're talking about the new normal and how you can either how you are navigating your way through things, and you found the secret to getting yourself through the new normal, or maybe you're looking for some way of navigating through something. Maybe you're looking for help, or you're looking for an uplift, and maybe you're just coming on because you're like, oh, Paula's live, I'll see what she's talking about. Absolutely, you are so absolutely welcome here. By the way, you're in my house, so welcome to my house. This is my workspace. You'll see my workspace right over there. I'm working on my podcast. Got a plant, got my diffuser, got my journal. I've got some other little techie things around here as well as some more books and journals and notes. And I'm kind of one of those crazy ladies that puts notes like kind of everywhere, or grabs pads of paper and write things down. So this is my one of my workspaces. I have three. Okay, I take that back. I have four. I have 4 workspaces in the actual house. Down in my basement, I do my planting because my business is a plant-based business. So I do a lot of planting and packing downstairs. Up here, I do a lot of the emailing and the podcasting and the Zoom meetings. And I'm also the upcoming president for NABO. That's the National Association of Women Business Owners. So I do a lot of conversations up here, a lot of emails and letter writing up here, a lot of connections made up here. I love this room because it is, as you can see, it is very bright in here. It is bright, it is sunny, it is motivating, it is uplifting. I think it's a great room. For a long time, I did not use this room. It was set up almost like, the perfect little room to have a setup, and then I didn't really use it. Now I use it all the time, and I absolutely love it. That's something maybe you'd like to do with one of your rooms. Maybe you need to switch out your office, your home office, or one of the rooms that you do stuff in. Like maybe where you work out, or where you read, or where you write, or whatever it is you're doing. Maybe you're watching videos or TV. Maybe you want to change it up and move it to a different room. So this is this room, and then I have a room in the back, in the very, 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 very first, I think, Saturday afternoon where you and I came together and we talked, or maybe it was the second one, I'm not sure now. We talked about refiguring your room, like if you, or your house, if you have an at-home office, then maybe you wanted to put it in a different place. So I work for a local TV station, Channel 7, been there for 23 years, and I'm working from home, so I'm producing shows from home, and I do that in my back office. So that used to be my Blessings by Nature office, and now Blessings by Nature moved up front where the sun is, and then Channel 7's in the back. So it's perfect. How are you managing to get yourself through your days at work? If you work at home, share some of your secrets. Some of the things that I always tell people, and I think it's an across the board agreement. If you have to work at home, you should have a schedule for yourself. Try to get up at the same time, take a shower, have your breakfast, get dressed. I do it. I take a shower every day, Monday through Friday. I get up, take a shower, have my coffee. Of course I have my coffee. Take a shower, get dressed as if I'm going to work, and put my makeup on, and then I walk into my back room. That keeps me in that role of doing what I need to do. Because if you start doing things all over the place and kind of on your own schedule, things might get a little disjointed. And then if you're going to stay off of work, and now maybe you've started a home-based business, and now you're like, I'm just going to keep working and I'm not going back to corporate or wherever you were before. Awesome. Congratulations. God bless you. But if you are going back to work, you might want to think about trying to get yourself in that regimen again. Get yourself into that schedule so that, when you do make that transition back to work, that it's going to be an easy transition. And you'll be like, okay, well, I'm actually going to go to work today. I'm going to leave my house and go to work. So I'm so hopeful that there are so many of you out there that if you are not at work right now, that you will go to work. And I'm sure so many of you will. And again, for those of you who are struggling with unemployment, you will get through. We have to be patient. That's another thing. We have to be patient. We will get through this together. We will. Absolutely. So if anybody wants to give me a little wave, let me know that you're out there. Show me a little love. Let me know that you're out there as well. I'd love to get a little bit of let me know that you're out there and everything's okay and everything is good. And again, it's Mother's Day, so feel free to share a fond memory of one of your mother. Maybe it's your grandmother, or maybe it's your daughter who is a mother. A family member just had a baby, and I have to tell you, it was like the sweetest thing ever to see that picture of that little baby. It just kind of lit up the whole house. I'll be honest with you. One little picture of a baby lit up the whole house here. We were all like, oh, and it was so adorable, and it was amazing. And, it's just a testament to what new life brings to a family. Life in general. We have so much to be grateful for. And here we are, spring, too, where there is new life everywhere. It's absolutely incredible. Oh, for those of you wondering, and I hope you guys don't mind, last week I was live outside, and I did tell you that we have some baby bunnies. Baby bunnies are doing good. I check on them regularly, and they're getting big, and I'm sure they're going to be jumping out of their little nest pretty soon. So I can't wait for that to happen. Although I will miss them. I certainly will miss my baby bunnies. But I don't know, maybe not so much, because they've been eating quite a bit. The bunnies in my yard have been eating quite a bit of my lavender. Not happy about that, and my burdock as well. So we've got some bad bunnies in the neighborhoods. Oh, I'm sure some are mama bunnies, and they are providing for their family. Understandable, but I do need my lavender, ladies. So, back off, little bunnies. So here we are. I don't even know what time it is. If anybody wants to shoot me the time, because I just keep on talking forever. So, new life. Yes, it's a horrible time. Yes, we had snow yesterday, but this morning we had sun, and it was absolutely incredible, right? And so uplifting. This is a tough time. Can you imagine if we were doing this and it was wintertime? It would be a little tougher, but it's not. We are so lucky. It's kind of like God planned this out, or the divine spirit, whomever you believe in. It's kind of like somebody had this, they were planning this out pretty darn tootin' good, because now we've got this time to spend with our families, with our spouses, with our children, with our pets, and we can go outside. We can get some fresh air. We're not shoveling the driveway. We're not snowbound. We have beautiful little signs that, life is springing up all over us, whether it is, and I don't think you can see it behind me. Well, maybe if I turn just a pinch. Oh, I don't know. You really can't see it behind me, but behind me I've got my cherry tree behind me, and it is definitely in full bloom. In fact, I think it's starting to come to the end of it, which I hate, because I love waking up and seeing those pink blossoms. But with every day that you wake up, it should be an exciting new day. It really should. First of all, thank God that you are alive and that you are healthy. So God bless everybody who is healthy. If you have a family member that needs some prayers, hey, let me know. We'll send some healing out their way. But, this is a time when, every day that you wake up and you get moving and you get rocking and rolling, there is something new outside. There's a flower that bloomed that morning that wasn't blooming the day before. The grass is growing, the air is fresher. We're able to go outside and dig our hands in the dirt and see new life sprouting up all around us. These are phenomenal, uplifting gifts that we are given, that we need to embrace. We have the time to do it now. We have the time to actually, stop for a second and be still and look around and smell the flowers, smell the roses. I don't think there's any roses out yet. My rose bush hasn't bloomed yet. But you can smell some of the flowers in the green grass in the fresh air. It smells so good. And then, there are some people in my neighborhood that are, they might on occasion still fire up the wood burning the fireplace. So I smell that. Or they're having a fire in their backyard. Smell that. That's a common smell in our neighborhood. And I love it. And it's amazing. And I feel so grateful that every day that when I walk outside, that I'm able to see something fresh and new. And you should be too. And you should be embracing everything that's around you. It's the perfect way to look at that hashtag reset button and say to yourself, you know what? That lady on Facebook said hashtag reset button. I was trying to figure it out, but I got it now. I got it. Things are, I look at life like this. It's like the world is a big fat circle, right? Kind of like my face, because it is getting a little fuller. Every Facebook Live I do, it's a little fuller because I'm eating more at home. Oh gosh, I got to get on the treadmill. Anyways, the world is kind of like my face. It's a circle, right? And And as the world rotates, right, and the clocks go around and around, so does what's happening in our lives right now. The whole world started up here, and as we have been going around and around and around, we've got to this place. Think about it. We got to this place where and a lot of us still are, but I bet you there's a lot of you that are stepping back a little bit from your phones and your iPads and your TV, and maybe embracing a little bit more writing and reading and going for more walks. So, we got ourselves into this place where I'd like to say we were kind of overdosing, and I use that kind of term a little lightly because I'm not trying to point any fingers or say anything, make any accusations. We were overdosing on fast food and technology, and running around and buying things and doing things that we probably should not really be doing, that we should be cutting back on. But damn, we couldn't stop ourselves, and we just kept going, right? Well, I like to think that, what? Somebody slammed on the brakes for all of us. And they're giving us a chance to take a deep breath and do a little bit of a do-over. We're going back in time just a little bit. And what are we doing? We're spending more time with our families. We're walking away from the TV. Hey, I don't know who out there is making their dinner today. I actually am making dinner today, even though it's Mother's Day. But I don't mind. I love doing it. It's better than, ordering out or going for McDonald's or, just going. We were so hectic. We were like going, grabbing, just trying to, like, we were pulled in 20 different directions. And now we're sitting still. We're taking deep breaths. We're taking long walks. We're giving hugs to those that we can give hugs to. We're writing letters to those we miss. We're talking on the phone again, the regular phone. Maybe not so much, Instagram or, FaceTime or whatever. Maybe it's not that complicated anymore. Maybe it's just picking up the phone and just saying hi and shooting somebody a text. So, this is our time. This is how I look at it. This is our time. Our parents, our mothers, because this is Mother's Day, our mothers lived in a whole different world. They lived in a much simpler time. And this is our time. Our time to get a taste of how things were many, many years ago. When things were a little slower and a little bit more allows us to be a little bit more observant and thoughtful, maybe too. Yeah, maybe too. So on that note, my friends, all my friends that have joined, and there's so many of you, and thank you so much. Appreciate everybody jumping on today. I am going to be wrapping it up because it is Mother's Day and dinner is cooking, and so we want to have a lovely Mother's Day celebration, and I'm sure you do as well. And I wish all the mothers out there a beautiful day. God bless you all. You do so much for your families. You do so much, and so much love that you give, and so many sacrifices, and you carry your families in so many ways. I know. So God bless all of you mothers out there. Everyone, you have a great, great week. The podcast, next series, and a special podcast coming out this week. If you are just tuning in, and this is the tail end of the live portion of the Facebook, our Sunday afternoon chats, just remember that this is on YouTube as well, so you can jump on YouTube and watch the whole thing in its entirety. And remember, it's #reset button. Go outside, stick your face in the sun, take a deep, long breath, and enjoy your day, my friends. Enjoy your day, and reach out if you need anything. Reach out. God bless everyone. Have a wonderful week.